Bam! What's doing, guys? Back with another fresh vinyl review. It's an ultra fresh review, and today we're going to be looking at the 25 centimeter large monster series, Bemular. Yes, Bemular. This is Ultraman's first enemy. This was Bemular was in the first episode of Ultraman from 1966. Bemular was being chased by Ultraman in a bubble balloon looking thing, and crashed into the lake, and Bemular came out. So that's what we're looking at. This is a 25 centimeter reborn version of Bemular. Okay, now, when I first got this figure, actually when I first started getting into Ultraman, I really liked Bemular. Liked the design. He's really awesome looking. I mean, he's very simple, but very... I don't know what it is about him. His face, his back, everything. The little stubby arms. It's just, I think it's the face what really makes it for me. But I really love the kaiju, and I really dig. Well, actually, you would say he's an alien because he came from space, right? Well, anyway, you Ultraman fans down there, you can fill me in on that. Anyway, so let's talk about the figure. 25 centimeter, as we know, it's a reborn version. There was a earlier blister pack style figure from X Plus of Bemular. He was a little bit more articulated and whatnot. So the Reborns, as you know, for those who are watching, if you don't know, the Reborns, when I say Reborn, that means X Plus took a figure that they already had done and spruced it up to their standards that we all know, like that we see on the shelves behind me and that you guys have in your collections, okay? So that's what a Reborn means. So basically, this is the Reborn version. He spruced up, more detail, more, attention to detail. They were sculpted much nicer. Now, one of the first things, all right, so we're going to be looking at the face. We'll start with the face. The face is beautifully detailed. The teeth are individually sculpted. Tongue, everything looks great. I love the way the eyes look. Oh, he's just so creepy looking. And his crown, I'm going to call this his crest or crown on his head. That's all nicely done. The back is all sculpted beautifully, all bumpy and whatnot. So that looks good. The tail, when you get him, I forget. Did I have to put the tail on? No, you shouldn't have to put the tail on. I don't remember. I don't have the box, so I didn't keep the box for these figures. I'm getting rid of my boxes. But the detail, it's all mostly diamond shaped, like scales on his stomach, chest, arms, legs, and the tail. Okay, so that all looks really, really good. Everything looks nice. Now let's go into the finer details. We're talking about right here, the dots in his neck. I love that. I love the attention to detail like that on these figures when, you can see that. The dots, as we know, that's how the suit actors saw out of the suit, right? Right. And you can see that right there. It's really awesome. On the back, right down the center of the back, you can see where the suit actor got in and out of the costume, the suit, which is really awesome. So it's replicated really well here. It actually almost looks like a zipper when you're looking at it. No, wait, maybe that's another figure that I'm talking about. Anyway, but yeah, actually, no, you do see some grooves here, whether it was Velcro or zippered up and everything, but that looks really awesome. I dig that. The bagginess of the suit, I like the way that looks. That looks really neat. Even the crinkles here, the wrinkles in the tail from the way it rests. So that's replicated from the suit. Really nicely done. The paint job is in a dark brown, light highlights on the back, little dry brushing on the front of the figure, and everything looks good. I really love this figure. There are only, just at the feet, a couple points of articulation. Again, they're not meant to articulate, it's just to keep the kaiju standing upright. I didn't get the little stand that comes with this. Not a big deal because he stands just fine. I love it. I love this figure. Little trivia, if you guys didn't know, I'm sure most of you Ultraman fans know this, but the Bemular suit was reused for Giango later in the series, and I can't wait to review him. We're going to do a little comparison with him. Woohoo! Okay, for size comparisons, this is... Now, why? Look, the size is really off, isn't it, right? They don't stand in, in scale very well. Giango's much smaller. But they are both in the 25 centimeter scale, so it would be nice if Giango was a bigger, but I don't, it's not really a big deal to me. The figure's still beautiful. Anyways, we'll say that for his review. But as you can see, these figures and the costumes, the suits, they were the same thing. Essentially, Gyango was changed later down the road to look like a different kaiju. Okay? So you can see the resemblances from the front, even the face up here, the stomach and the legs and everything. The feet were obviously different from Gyango. The sides, and obviously the back. The backs are pretty identical. Okay? So there's your comparison. Bam. Okay. So that's it. That's my review. This figure is definitely certified fresh. I love it. I love it. I love him. I remember when I started collecting Ultraman, I was like, oh, I'm just going to get a couple of the ones that I really, really want. And this was going to be one of the ones that I really, really wanted. So, lo and behold, here he is. He's awesome. I dig him. He's awesome. Ultra fresh. Okay. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my fresh vinyl review here for the Ultraman. We're going to keep digging into these figures, as we go. Make sure you check me out on freshvinylhq.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that other good stuff. Bam. And hit me up in the comments section. You guys got questions. You want to see me review something that you haven't seen me review yet? Let me know. And remember, guys, buy vinyl, fresh vinyl. Bam.